What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. I'm wearing the black sweater today because this is nothing short of a funeral dead vibe. I cannot believe what I'm about to, say and give my thoughts and analysis on. So, of course, like I mentioned in the Almeria match review last night, I was going to upload a news video. But now that whole entire news video that I worked hard on preparing is absolutely irrelevant based on what's happened. So we're in a mess right now. People telling me Barcelona is the easiest club in the world. Barcelona is without a shadow of a doubt the hardest institution to work in and the hardest job wherever you are in the club in the world. Whether you're the coach, custodian, president, sporting director, it is the hardest job you can get in your life. Let's delve right into this. So, what's going on with Barcelona? Why is Xavi's situation in doubt after, having a press conference 2 weeks ago and the president crying, saying that he's so happy that Xavi stayed? What has happened? What is going on right now? So, this all stemmed from Xavi's pre-match press conference in the match against Almeria, where he was asked in the press conference, oh, what's the plan to compete with, I think, Madrid next season with Mbappe or something like that? Here's what Xavi said. We are going to try to compete with Real Madrid. The situation is difficult economically, and that has nothing to do with what we're used to happen 25 years ago when a coach came in and said, I want this player, I want that, I want this. It doesn't work like that anymore. I understand what's happening, and that's how we're going to manage. Right now, we are not in the same condition as other clubs with better fair play. The fans should know this, but this doesn't mean that we will not try to achieve our goals. That right there is nothing short of pure facts. He's not taking a dig at anyone. He's not saying, this or that. He's just, portraying our current situation. So Xavi said this, by the way, at 1 p.m. local time when the press conference happened on Wednesday. So Wednesday, 1 p.m. Thursday at like 6 p.m. Spanish time. So you're talking well over 24 hours later. Reports start to creep in that apparently Laporta didn't travel to the match against Almeria because him and Xavi had beef. Originally because, he wants to stay in Barcelona, that way he can travel with the women's team to the Copa del Rey final, I believe. Or a women's game, Champions League final. I don't think it's Champions League final. But anyways, he wanted to go to the women's game, which again, fair enough, it's a better game. Almeria or dead rubber, just want to go there, win, move on. But apparently the relationship is bad because of what Xavi said in the press conference. Apparently Laporta didn't like the words that Xavi, had assured Laporta during the renewal meeting that he trusts the current squad. Apparently Laporta just thought that Xavi kind of blew up their agreement because I think Laporta thought that this squad is good enough, making maybe a change here or there, where Xavi was saying that this whole entire squad is dead, needs a whole entire revamp. At what point did Xavi here slate the squad? Of course, every team, every year improves the squad. If you win the treble, if you win the sextuple, if you win the freaking World Cup Champions League double, you always look to improve. But Xavi never mentioned that anyways. Following this, apparently Laporta's angry. Xavi's situation is gonna, his continuation next season is in doubt. All this stuff. Before the game, you're talking like an hour before I think the lineup came out. I'm sitting there thinking, look, this makes no sense. You begged him for about 3 effing months to stay. You effing cried at his press conference speaking on how good of a coach and a person he is. And you're telling me you're going to sack him for one little comment in a press conference where he's speaking fact. He didn't say you suck at your job. He didn't say, oh, Laporta forced me to stay. Oh, Laporta won't sign players. Did not even mention your name, your position, or anything whatsoever. Just say, look, economically, we're in a bad situation. And that wasn't Laporta's fault. That's, of course, the fault of the old regime. This all, stemmed, of course. And then following the game against, everyone was pretty much waiting for the game afterwards when Xavi was speaking to the media because he was going to be asked on this situation. Xavi came out saying, I just said the economic situation is not the best. We are trying to work together with the club to get the best situation and strengthen ourselves. From here, we will face the coming season with great enthusiasm to get titles. I am very excited and very eager to start preseason. I see it as a good opportunity with all the ambitions to win titles. I said that our situation is not the best, but we are still working hard to reverse that. There's always noise here, but I am calm and excited. Apparently, he also mentioned that, his entourage never told him to leave Barcelona, all this, stuff like that. But apparently, not only Laporta, But Deco as well is apparently disappointed with Xavi and his words. Apparently had an agreement. He's not living up to it. There's news about Victor Roque. Oh, Xavi begged to have him in January, where Deco said it's probably better for him to come in the summer. He came in January. Now he's saying, oh, send him out on loan. Listen, I want to articulate my thoughts very well. This situation is not going to end well, whether Xavi stays or Xavi goes. I think this would be one of, if not the worst decision in the club's history to sack Xavi at this point for this reason. If Xavi left, when he said he was going to leave in January, you didn't beg him to stay, we got a new manager, fine. That's that, whatever. But following everything that's happened now, and for you to sack Xavi over this is nothing short of an absolute disgrace. I've said multiple times on the channel, and I'll say it again. Laporta's only mistake as the president in his second term was renewing Alonso's contract last summer. I think everything else he's done has been nothing short of pinpoint perfection. This will no doubt be strike two, but no doubt probably be one of the worst decisions he's made as the Barcelona president, combining both terms. And what boggles my mind is that Laporta is a smart man. He's the president for a reason. I think anyone else coming as president, we're gonna fall off a cliff completely. If this happens as well, if Laporta sacks Xavi for this reason, he has no chance, absolutely no chance of getting reelected in 2025. Which means we're gonna have an inexperienced president coming in, which also means we're gonna drop. So this decision is so big, not only for the imminent future of Barcelona, but the future of Barcelona as well. I cannot fathom this. Why do you... If you know what, you didn't like what Xavi said, fine. When this first came out, like, okay, Laporta's probably just butthurt. They didn't like what Xavi said. Fair enough, whatever. His opinion, I don't care. But to say, oh, I didn't travel to Almeria because I got beef with Xavi. Oh, we're gonna consider his future. Xavi's more outside of Barcelona than inside. Oh, Laporta's really angry. Oh, blah, blah. For what? For what? Xavi was spinning nothing but facts. Please tell me where here he lied. Look, Madrid, they're doing well. Of course, economically during COVID, they didn't spend any money because they were moving to another stadium, so their fair play is great. Yes, they have a good squad. They're adding one of the best players in the world on it. It's going to be difficult to, they have, the upper hand in terms of power in the market, but we're still here. We're still going to compete. We still have a good squad, young players, all this stuff, and we're going to go for it next season. I'm very excited, blah, blah, blah. Listen, at this point, this situation is bad. Because like I mentioned, Xavi stays, Xavi goes, either way it's bad. Because now if Xavi stays, we're going to go through the whole entire summer transfer window knowing that Laporta was pissed off over this one comment. So if Xavi doesn't get targets that he wants, oh, it's going to be Laporta, this isn't, he still has spite over Xavi, whatever the case may be. If Xavi ends up leaving, who the hell is going to manage Barcelona? I'll tell you this right now, for free. Xavi leaves, Xavi gets sacked, or Xavi walks. I wouldn't even be surprised now if Xavi walks at this point. Oh, you're showing me this kind of doubt we're having again. Apparently, also Laporta was gonna sack Xavi if we lost or drew to Almeria. But I wouldn't be surprised if Xavi walks. If Xavi walks or gets sacked, who in the bloody hell is gonna be the manager? You guessed it, Rafa Marquez. I will tell you that right now for free. Forget Hansi Flick. Forget Thomas Tuchel. Forget De Zerbi. Forget Luis Enrique. If Xavi walks or gets sacked, it's going to be Rafa Marquez. And if we have Rafa Marquez going into the next season, best believe we're going to go trophyless yet again. Because he's not ready and he's not experienced enough for what this squad needs. Again, this is why I'm saying this is going to be what I cannot fathom why he's this upset. Maybe he had a bad day, whatever. But the timing of the news, the manner of the news, the way it's being portrayed, it's so weird. I mean, this man was begging for him to stay. He freaking cried, talking about how good of a human he is, how good of a coach he was 2 weeks ago in a press conference. They're shaking hands, they're, dilly-dallying, they're all having, the best time in the world. I mean, what? I don't understand what I am missing here. I really don't, because it just boggles my mind beyond belief. 1 second here. Look at this. Ready? 1, 2, 3, bang. 2 weeks ago. happy, smiling, kissing each other on the cheek. Everyone's rosy. Oh yeah, we're gonna have a great summer transfer window. The rumors were good as well. They're all what Xavi wanted. The board agreed. They want to back him in the summer. Blah blah blah. That's also one other great point. Draw the mirror board up. We've been playing now for about 3 weeks for the summer transfer window of what we want, who players we want to move on, players want to move in. That's all getting chucked out the window. 3 weeks of talking to La Liga, submitting the paperwork that we need for FFP, beginning some talks with agents, getting some movements going. Out the effing window. 3 weeks of preparation, of work, out the freaking window. For what? For Xavi spitting facts in a press conference? By the way, Xavi has a press conference tomorrow for the match against Vallecano, which could be his last home game as a coach. This man's speaking every other day at this point. That could be a bombshell. He could have announced he's walking during that press conference. I wouldn't be surprised. Like, and you know what's the worst part? The team did not travel back last night. They're all stuck in Almeria. They're going to be traveling back in the morning. And when they get back in the morning, they're going straight to the Ciudad Deportiva Joan and having a training session. It's just, I struggle to think what the thought process is from Joan Laporta. Of course, Xavi just coached his 100th game as well in La Liga, of course. Like, this decision, I think there's no, I struggle to see any pro to sacking Xavi, to letting him go. For what? There's so many cons. Again, squad planning, bringing a new manager, you losing the election in 2025. That is guaranteed. I guarantee you the majority of club member associates will not vote for Laporta for the treatment of a club legend like Xavi in the manner that he did it. He left, begged him to stay, cried when he stayed, sacked him over a stupid comment. What club, what institution sacks a manager? Of course, if they're saying something, bluntly and, saying like, he's moving like Xavi like slapped his daughter in the face or something. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. But we'll wait and see how things turn out. I personally, again, like I mentioned before, this situation is terrible. No matter if Xavi stays or not, it's gonna look bad either way. I have faith that Laporta is not stupid, and I don't think he will sack Xavi. I think it feels like Laporta is trying to find a escape route, trying to scapegoat a way to get rid of Xavi. Which doesn't make sense because you, again, begged for 4 months for him to stay. You had a whole sushi dinner at your house. All expenses paid for. Begging him to stay. Just to find one little loophole to potentially sack him, and you're going to dive right in. Look, we'll wait and see. But this decision, I think, can definitely dictate the imminent and future of this club. Because again, Xavi leaves, new manager comes in, is going to be shite no matter who it is. No planning whatsoever. We're going to go trophy this next season. Election's going to be next year as well. Ain't no chance in hell Laporta's winning that. New president comes in, probably going to be inexperienced. Probably will be Victor Font because he has somewhat of a fan base at this point. Everyone's like, oh, back the young guy. Let him have, a go-ahead. He was speaking in the media the other day as well, but I'm not bothered about what he said because, of course, he's trying to run against Laporta. He's going to, of course, talk crap about him. But like I mentioned before, I'll say it again. Up until this point, everything Laporta has done during his second year term as a president has been pinpoint perfection, except for the renewal of Alonso last year. That is it. All the decision, Xavi walking and him telling him to stay for the better of the club, not talking to any of the managers, Spotify deal, new Nike deal, FC Barca, everything, economic levers, everything was perfection, was 100% the correct decision. But now what? You're going to throw all that hard work, all that dedication away over this? And, people talk about, oh, Laporta's term hasn't been great because he keeps hiring his friends and everyone keeps leaving. If you really deep it, the reason why they left was to get a better job, was to get maybe a better experience, or they just got burnt out. Again, working at Barcelona is, no matter where you work, lunch lady, you're making the sandwiches, you're cleaning the sandwiches, you're watering the grass. Anywhere you work at Barcelona is the hardest environment in the world. That takes a toll on you mentally and physically. So when you're working as a sporting director of Barcelona, you have about 1 trillion agents calling you left, right, and center. You have about 1 billion people following you in the streets of Barcelona. It's gonna get to you. That's probably why Mateo Alemán left. Maybe the money wasn't that great that he was getting paid as well, because we didn't have that at the time. But everyone left in good faith, in a good relationship, so I had no problem with that. Also, in regards to him hiring friends, that's his way. That's his opinion. He wants to hire people that he trusts Again, I don't think anyone he's hired so far have done a poor job. Again, this is going to be Deco's first summer, so we'll wait and see how things turn out. All Deco has done is had one January and the Victor Roque deal. That's all he's done, so we're going to really judge Deco on how he does this summer. But everyone he's hired have been close to him. Look at the hire of Rafa Marquez. It's been fantastic since, sacking Garcia Pimienta, who he didn't didn't trust. He said, I'd rather have someone who I can trust as the athletic manager. Sergio Juan came in, did all right. He got, I think he left because he wanted to get a better position. Brian Rafa Marquez doing exceptionally well. That's the way he runs it. If whether you like it or not, it's been successful so far. Overall, I would say. But this would be a turn for the worse, beyond belief. So we'll wait and see how things turn out. Again, this situation is going to be changing left, right, and center. It's currently my time, 1 a.m. in Canada. I think that means it's 6 a.m., 7 a.m. in Spain. So I doubt there's going to be any updates. Hopefully there's nothing coming out after this video that's, going to change my opinion or be irrelevant. But we will wait and see how things turn out. I think, again, sacking Xavi for this situation, for these comments, nothing short of abysmal. But I personally think that I've been saying this throughout the whole entire time this is happening. I feel like Laporta's upset. He'll meet with Xavi tomorrow. They'll talk. It'll come out, oh, they're going to continue. They kind of squash the beat. That's what I feel is going to happen. But again, the rumors are so strong. They're like, oh, Laporta is pissed. He's angry. Every second that passes by, Xavi is further away from Barcelona. Apparently, the whole entire board, Deco and Laporta, don't want Xavi anymore. I mean, and then when you're like, on your Xavi, you're thinking, mate, you begged me to stay. You cried when you announced that I was staying. I say one thing that's pure facts, and now you're all butthurt. That's why I honestly feel like there's more of a chance that Xavi walks again than Laporta sacking him. But we'll wait and see. I honestly, based on my experience, based on what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, this situation for me is, I would say 51% Xavi leaves and 49% he stays at this point, based on what I've seen, based on how the mood is right now. And what I've always been saying is that when the entire media in Spain synchronize and come out with the one information that's the same, it means it's true. And everyone's coming out saying the situation's not that great. Laporta's angry, and Xavi's more outside of Barcelona than inside. No one said that Xavi's leaving. No one said that he's 100% gone, 100% sacked, he's 100% walked. That decision will be coming in soon. I think we'll probably get that, at the beginning of next week after the Vallecano game. If we don't hear any rumors from now until before the Vallecano game that Xavi is staying or they squash the beef or a resolution has come, then I would be worried. I would then probably say 95% Xavi's gone. But we will wait and see. Of course, in the comments down below, let me know your thoughts. I'm very, very curious to see what you guys think. You think Laporta's overreacting? You think Xavi said anything wrong? Leave me all your thoughts down in the comments below. And of course, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.